Welcome to this series where we are playing Star Salvage for Empyrion Galactic Survival, and we're starting stood on top of my SV in a reclaimed factory, which I've temporarily stopped at because if you watch the previous video, we came down on the cursed planet and we were looking for the mysterious ziggurat. And at the end of that video, I went back up into space to offload the SV, and I did a little bit of rebuilding. What I've done is I've put a shield on it. Let me just see if I come in around the back. We come in here. What I've done is I put this shield generator in. This is a small shield generator. I've also put some extra thrusters on as well. You can see them just here. And I've also put a thruster on each side here, and I've actually blocked in the ship now, so all the interior is not completely exposed. That's what I did off camera. And also what I also did was, if I come in here, you'll see I've done a lot of exploration, and I've actually found the cursed ziggurat. But you can see it was a bit of a torturous route because I started following these white chevrons, and what they actually are, if I put the cursor over them, these are reclaimed reactors. These are all normal POIs which you would normally take down, but these are actually occupied by traders. So I worked my way all the way around the planet. So if I'd gone west, I would have probably found the cursed ziggurat a little bit quicker. But you can see the path that I followed after coming back down, because this is the original path that we did in the previous video. So, and that took about 2 hours of gameplay, just flying around trying to find the cursed ziggurat. So that is the current situation, and what I want to do now is we're going to go and fly to the cursed ziggurat. Oh, before we leave, sorry about this reclaimed factory, you can't get to the lower levels because if I show you here, you've got, because it's an admin core, you can still get down into here, but the loot box that was here has been removed, and these are actually indestructible. So you can't seem to be able to get into the lower levels anymore. And that also applies to the entrance here. Let me just put the light on so you can see. The entrance here, if you go down into here, you can get the loot at this level. So you got the loot in this, but the door that leads into the interior here, oh, it's actually open. They've actually opened the door here now. Okay. Well, we're just going to do a little bit more looting. I couldn't actually get through that door in the... Maybe because I've gone out and come back in again. What I will say though, guys, is I don't know if any of you are playing Star Salvage, if you're having any problems with respect to loading the game. Because what I'm finding is that every time I load the game in, I get lots of error messages, and it tells me that the game has an invalid version. Oh well, certainly want the pentaxid. Yeah, so if any of you have experienced that, feel free to tell me, because I'm starting to get a bit worried about whether the game is actually going to blow up on me and I won't be able to load it, which would be a bit unfortunate because I've got a few other things to do, or like to do. That's probably the polite way of saying this. Pentaxid's going to be very helpful. Okay. And while I'm wandering around, I'd like to say a big thank you to Snafu, who posted a very interesting comment actually. He asked me about whether there's any other uses for scrap. And the honest truth is, I don't know. Simply because I feel that because I came in blind, and this is my first kind of experience with Star Salvage, I get the feeling that I've barely scratched the surface. And I think it would take another complete series based on the fact of what I've already learned to really understand it, if that makes sense, guys, and take advantage. But one thing Snafu did point out was that heavy SV that we found in the last part. I really like that, and I think that made me think a little bit about the fact that, and I feel that Star Salvage has to be played in a slightly different way than you would normally do it. And the reason for that is the fact that, wow, we can still keep going. And I think the reason for that is that because the CVs can't land on planets, that changes the nature of the ships that you're going to build. And I think, to be honest, if I knew about that restriction when I started putting the CV together, I would have built a totally different CV. Quite interesting, the fact that I can just wander down here. Now we're getting to the empty boxes. I've noticed that these cargo boxes tend to be a bit empty, but I am curious about how far down we can. Oh, I'll certainly take that. So I'm just very curious about how far down we can actually go. There's a hole in the. There's a ladder there. Okay. Is this new? Well, we're going. Keep going. Now this is the room with the turret in. 2 turrets. Because if you use the shortcut, this is the entrances you'd come into. So just keep going down. What we got here? Well, we'll take that. It's noticeable that a lot of the turrets that would be down here been removed. Of course, all the really good loot boxes seem to have gone as well. Yeah, because I think in the normal POIs there's some really nice loot boxes there and over here. So obviously there's no free walk around grabbing lots and lots of good loot, but I'm just curious about how far down I can go. Whoops. I certainly should get something out of these. Yeah, we'll take that pentaxid. And the fuel. Okay, we'll now fill that one up. And this one is full. General goods. Small arms. I think we're kind of running out. I think it's light ammo. Okay, we can put some more stuff in there. Problem is whether the ship's going to get off the ground. And I think that's about as far down as we can go. That's the message I got. It says here, infectious substance beyond this point. Clean up crew access only. And of course that lower level is the level where you get into the subtunnels and lots of exciting things, which is all blocked off. So anyway, let's just get back up to the surface. So here we are, we're back to the ship. Just gonna, whoops. And we're just gonna jump in here, turn the, oh, we got the power and thrusters on. And I've also got the shield on as well. And what we, right, we got the cursed cigarette in that direction. Planet's very dark, so we'll go green. So what we're going to do now is just go across to the cursed cigarette and see what we can find here. Some small wreckage there. Got something just over here. I can just see the cursed cigarette here. Some junk storage there, 208 in that direction. Right. So here's the cursed cigarette. I think I can see some turrets on the front there. Is that a turret? The alien ziggurat seems to be emitting an eerie signal energy similar to the ghost ships found around the galaxy. Perhaps if we had a full team of soldier, engineer, and medic, you might be able to get in and figure out how to stop it. Congratulations, you've achieved rank 7 of exploration. You received a distress call from the UES Fukushima. It appears that the signal is originating from a nearby G-type star called Corona Ashi Beta. Okay, for some reason my ship is... Oh, come on, game. Receiving a signal from the United Earth frequency. It appears to be a distress signal from the USES Fukushima. Attempting to locate the source of a signal, analyzing. Okay. Appears that the signal originated from the nearby Koranashi Beta. It's just repeating itself. You've achieved rank 8 specialization mission manually. So it's almost like I've done both missions. This is not a trap. Okay. So let me just look at this. Then we'll kind of take a look at this ziggurat. Although I'm a bit worried about those guns because I'm not sure that we have the capability to do anything about them. Oops, to do that. Oh, seems we got 2 small vessel CPU extenders tier 3. Solo missions. So we've got special Fukushima. You've already completed. It's got rank 8. Familiar voices. So has this started to move to mission already completed? So it's almost like this has gone down to this level. Okay, we'll activate that mission. You should follow up on the distress call received by the UES Fukushima. We can locate the ship and even the crew. Even if the crew are gone, its logs might contain information that we can locate the rest of. Okay. There's definitely a turret there. Ah. Can't get the range, that's the problem. Is this going to be worth it? I mean, part of me is very curious. I think we've got to stay low. Convinced this might not be worth it because if there was still the continuation of the mission, I'd be happy to do it. But I'm not convinced that's the continuation of the mission because it's saying we've got to find the UES Fukushima. What I will do is go and check that junk pile up. Because I don't want to burn up all my pentaxid because I don't have that much left. Especially if we're going to start going in, interplanetary. But we will check out the junk storage. And see what we can get here. Also took a little bit of a bash, didn't we? Not seeing any. Oops. Not seeing any obvious damage. Let me just repair. A little bit of a damage on this side. Okay, let's just have a look in here. I think Snafu posted a comment about 4,000 computers, but I think this is why you need the heavy haulers, because I mean, this is really nice things to pick up, but you can see they're just so heavy. I think that's about all I could get in when I've got a lot more carry capacity, but I think the ship is now completely full. Have a look, see if we can squeeze in probably one computer in there. General goods, probably another 2 computers in there. It does make sense to have that heavy lifter. Anyway, just gonna get into the ship, and I think the extra thrusters I put on do make a difference. Right, guys. Obviously we're completely full up, so I'm going to get up into space now. Let's see if we can toaster's in that direction, so we might as well go up facing in the right direction. So what we're going to do is get up into space and then make our way to the toaster. So here we are, we're up in space. It seems the toaster is in that direction, 10.8, so it's, I guess it's going to be around the curvature of the planet. So here we are, we're just approaching the toaster, and obviously I must have left it in very low planetary orbit because it's we're actually just above the planet. Let me just go into here, and here we are, we're just docked. We'll turn the power off. Thank you, game. Of course, what we're going to need to do is an immediate transfer to get the perishables out of the thing. That's raw food, that's there. Put that in the stimulant there. Bug meat, don't want that in the everything else. We'll put that in there so we can make pizzas or survival food. That can go in, that can go in. That's cooked bug meat, that can go in. Can go in there. Put that on. And then we'll just drop this off into here. That can go in. Root, that can go in there. Where's the component cold store? Shove that in there as well. Fine toaster. Raw food, that can go in there. This doesn't perish, so that's okay. We can put the chart. Actually, we can put the charges in the general supplies, isn't it? Charges. Put you in there. At the moment, and of course, the next thing we have to do is go through all this and offload all this stuff. Taxid refined cobalt alloy. Oops. So it tells me that we too cold. We need to get in the warm. Yeah, let's teach me, won't it? What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to unload all this, and I'll be right back because it's going to take a little while to get it all done. Okay, we've got everything unloaded. I'm just going to get into here and turn the thrusters on, put the shields on. We've got enough pentaxid, and what we got to do now is find the UES Fukushima, and can't remember the name of what we're looking for. It doesn't tell us anything, does it? Story of the Fukushima. Ghost ships, engineers. Right, we've got to find the Koron Ashi Beta. So let's get into here. Koron. Right, we've got Koron Ashi Beta Sun GH there. And it says right space. Show a map. It's there. So we've got a locked target to this. It's 27.5 light years away. And it's that way round. So right, let's just head for Koronashishnashi Beta. And away we go. Wow, that's a bright sun. And of course, let's see if there's anything. No, so I'm assuming we're, what was it? We've got a planet here called Rakada. But I think what we're after is, whoops. Over here. Oh, that's good. I can't lock the. Let me just come back in again. Right, we got the orbit. It says lock target. Okay, we're locked to that. Hopefully this will get us wherever we're going. Away we go. Anything here? What's that over there? Is that it? Or is that? I don't think that will be it, will it? Because that's moving. I think this is one of these ghost ships, isn't it? Okay, let's just get back to. Oh, so it now. So these are different playfields. Okay, it's only 0.3 astronomical units away. So let's go this way. Build up speed. Got a marker there. Oh, there it is. Looks like we got another long distance to travel. So what I'm going to do is just get up the speed, and I'll see you once we arrive at the UES Fukushima. There's Stephen Silverbeard. We've located the UES Fukushima. There is hull damage indicating it was attacked by hostile aliens, same as us. However, such as what appears to be damage seems to have been actually part of some salvage attempt. Many of the thrusters and devices normally present in the hull seem to have been intentionally removed as opposed to being destroyed. Okay, so we've got to get into the Fukushima. This actually looks a bit like the free base that we got down on the starter planet, because you've got the cryo modules here, and I'm presuming this is the bridge up here, and that looks like a bit like the thrusters that were separate. I think what we will do is, I don't really want to maneuver this ship around to find the entrance. What we'll do is we'll park on top so that the wireless will be. I'm assuming that we're going to have to wander all around the insides of this ship and may encounter hostiles. So if I put this ship somewhere around the middle, like that, park on top. I don't think they'll mind. Turn the thrusters off. We'll leave the shields on just in case we get hostile attention. And then what we use is the SV. I'm just going to wrap around very quickly up this lot as well, because of course I spent all that time exploring the cursed planet. Still growing actually. Well, oh, it's just want to fly around too much. Oops. Pull this up. Veggies, plant fiber. This is growing quite slowly actually. Player can go into the line toaster, raw food. Oh, we need to drop off this as well. SV components. We get another ship, that could be very, very useful. Right, up we go. Actually, what's the outside temperature? I've got the environmental suit. Well, can't hang around outside very long. Wait, what did you do that for? Right, I will start at the back because it seems to be the logical place for an entrance, where there's one there. Assume that that is the only entrance. Can we? There's a kind of a gap there. I got a feeling they want us to go through that door because it's red. I'm just going to be a little bit optimistic. Yeah, it's locked to a faction, so I'm assuming that this is where they want us to come in. So what we'll do is we'll just put the SV just here. Press this off. Leave the shields on just in case. Oops. Not that I don't trust this game. It seems that the power is intentionally deactivated, but it's set to reactivate once someone's boarded the ship. Perhaps the crew managed to evacuate and intended to return. Okay. An armor locker here. So we could change armors if necessary. What have we got to do? It says Fukushima logs. Helmsman log 1, 2, and 3. So I'm assuming that we've got to check these terminals. Terminal appears to be working, attempting data retrieval. I have uncovered a log entry from the captain of the UES Fukushima, initiating arrival log entry 1. Upon arriving beyond the anomaly, we find ourselves in a strange star system in another galaxy over 600 years in our future. But at least we're alive. We don't know where any of the other ships of the fleet are, but if they've even survived, so we must carry on alone. Our sensors have detected some sort of large derelict vessel on the edge of the system. We have set course to it and we should arrive at the location within an hour. All readings indicate the vessel is adrift with no life signs or power signatures. Perhaps we can find something useful on board. Either way, the system seems to have a habitable planet nearby, one we can set down and start a new colony. So is that a hint towards the planet that was... Oops, thank you again. You completed PDA Chapter 1 Arrival Log. Okay, so there's obviously a submission going on around here. Yep, so I do wonder whether that is a slight nod to the planet that's here. Shove that in the small arms in the silver shadow. Now we've got some food as well, that could be useful. The internal temperature is okay, so I could change to a heavier armor, but we'll see if what type of resistance we encounter. So that's all out there. So I'm assuming... Nope, nope. Okay. Double doors. Nobody. Not that I don't trust you, game, but I don't trust you, game. Okay, so we got cryo module forward into bridge. Cryo module 1 to 6, cargo modules 1 and 2. Right, I presume we have to... Okay, so we're trapped in here now. That's a bit antisocial. Right, there's a terminal there. Oh, we got the... Can't get up the stairs, but I don't really want to... Terminal appears to be working. Attempting data retrieval. Data retrieval complete. We've uncovered a log entry for the engineer of the UES Fukushima. Playback initiating. Engineer's log entry 1. He's crazy. We're just awakened from cryostasis millions of light years away from our galaxy and hundreds of years in the future. And what is the first thing the captain does? He sets course for a haunted space wreck nearby, getting us killed, or decides to hide us in a gas giant. When I signed up for the mission, I have no idea that I was signing up for a suicide mission, let alone one led by a madman. So the captain is asking me to build a escape shuttle on whatever scraps of junk that I have on board. It cannot be done. I told him I do not listen. No, of course not. So now I'm going to have to take apart some of the thrusters from the hull of the ship, and temperatures outside over 200 degrees. It's a good thing that we got one of the large constructors on board, otherwise we'd have no chance. Okay. In here, Yuki guys. Slimy. Can we? Oh, we got a door there. Can I? That's the one to the outside. Cannot access, so it's saying that we got to go that way. Hello. Any more slimies sneaking around? So we're fighting slimies. So it's telling us we got to go this way. Okay. So it's almost like it's a guided path. Wow, what's that? Right, that entrance is open. Can we have the problems with the stairs? Cannot access, so it's telling us we got to go that way. Okay, so we got to go. So that triggered and opened up this. Okay. There's a little bit kind of spooky. I don't think I really need scrap. Motors. They've got piles of stuff. That's the problem. Got motors in there. Right, there's a. I presume that's going to blow up. There's an open shutter door there. Turn the light off. Talk to this one. Terminal appears to be working, attempting. I've uncovered a log entry for the doctor of the UES Fukushima, playing back and initiating. Medical log entry 1. The effect of the strange anomaly on the crew seems to have been minimal, thank God. I know we've had no way of avoiding it, but who knows what kind of radiation that we've been exposed to traveling through time and space like that. It's not natural. In any case, I've prepared the medical module as best I can to begin reviving passengers when the time comes. The captain seems interested in getting us killed by chasing some of the derelict ships rather than the sensible thing as setting course to the only habitable planet on sensors. His call, though, God forbid we should be curbed by curiosity. We've got that. What's that? Yeah, it's telling us we got to go this way. That seems like a trap. But this door's open now. Okay, we've come into here. I think I've got a hot drink somewhere. Food and meds. I've got, I think it's on the Silver Shadow. Let me just look in the fridge. Yeah. Got that. Taking a bit of damage. Oh. Ah. We've got frostbite. I don't know if I got a cure for frostbite. Mitigate with painkillers. What was that? Frostbite, mitigate. First aid kit. Okay, I think I've got a first aid kit somewhere. With the meds. And we need a health kit. And we'll eat some food as well. We've got the Varon route. Okay, so we still don't have a mission. That the way forward? That's opened. Got something there. These black thingies. I've got a feeling I've got a graphics glitch here. Can't open that one. That's where we came from. I don't. So does that mean we got to go forward? A bit worried about the fact we haven't found a helmsman log. Okay. Worried about everything. For some reason, not wearing an oxygen helmet. Ah. Took my helmet off by accident. Okay. We got something there. What's these black shadow thingies? Cannot access that shutter. Okay, spooky, Mr. Spooky Guy. What are these slimy things? Ectoplasm, fuel value 30 pH. We put that in the ship? No? Okay. What we'll do is we'll just put it in there for the moment. I think it perishes, so... Right. These black shadow things are freaking me out, guys. I've got absolutely no idea what they are. I think that's worse than fighting the jelly men. Okay. Jerome appears to be working well. Uncovered a log. I've managed to scrape together enough materials to make an environmental suit that is to provide enough protection from the heat and radiation to allow me to salvage what I need from the outside of the ship. I managed to disassemble several of the ship's thrusters along with some of the antenna arrays and sensor dishes. I've also managed to cobble together enough steel plates to begin working on an escape shuttle. In order to start work on the shuttle, I've asked Dr. Kelly to completely disassemble his medical units. You can imagine that where applied to wasn't comply. Done that, with the shuttle should be able to start ferrying passengers. Okay. So we still haven't found any helmsman's logs. Okay. Not access. That means we've got to go. Assuming we've got to go this way. Wait for the bank. Shadows. Right, we found a generator. This is spooky. Durham appears to be working. I've covered the log entry for the helmsman. Engineer Durham has finally completed the escape shuttle and christened it the Fukushima Escape. Captain Hook assigned me to fly the shuttle and to and from the apparently habitable planet that we detected on the system. The first trip of this planet went relatively smoothly. In addition to the 35 passengers we were revived from the first cryo module, Dr. Kelly has also joined us for the trip. Okay. When we first entered the atmosphere, our sensors detected several abandoned and destroyed structures in the vessel vehicles. One of the structures, a destroyed shelter, was selected to act as the foundation for our new settlement. This is now called Fukushima Colony. We have now completed our final trip. Okay. So we've got... Just wait. We... Exit the shuttered door there. The shotgun might be a... Yeah. Okay, we got some more slimies. I'm cold again. It's almost like we're getting some super burst of cold. Right, got to open this one. That freaky black shadow again. Right, this one is open, but I think that's the way we come in, isn't it? So we've kind of gone round in a bit of a circle. We can open that shutter door, and that says forward to the bridge, but I'm kind of a bit inclined to look this way. Whoops. Have we done you? Appears to be working. Playback initiating. Get a great way to get ourselves killed. I think we've done that one, so it looks like we've got to go forward. Got to square myself up. Forward to the bridge. Okay. There appears to be working. We've uncovered a log entry from the helmsman of the UES Fukushima. Playback initiating. The helmsman entry log 1. I don't like this Captain Hook. Hook has us heading towards a massive derelict ship on the edge of the system. As I was setting course, I got a chill down my spine. I just couldn't shake it. The closer we got, Steven Silverberg, the more I get this sinking feeling in the pit of the stomach. I hope this is wrong. Okay. The realm of darkness arrives seeking light. The new realm extinguishes all light and life will be our fuel. We drift throughout the dark. Even you cannot stop us, Steven Silverberg. So these guys again. I think there's okay. So we still got a helmsman log missing. We haven't really finished the mission. So let me just. It's almost like we've something. Okay, disassembled. We've done that one. Let's just work our way back through the ship, because there's got to be something here, because of there's a it's another faction. This appears to be working. It's the escape shuttle and okay, so we not that one. We got this side. There's like a solid gap there blocking us off. Working. I was just going to flip through these guys. Like I've almost done this side, but I haven't not accessed that shutter. Okay. Right, access that door. I'll just click this one. I've got another terminal here. Joining the planet. Okay. There seems the crewmen that escaped to a nearby temperate planet. You can locate them, perhaps. Okay. So I found another mission. Oops. Okay, we found the hangar deck. Nothing in it though. Terminal appears to be working. Data retrieval. I've covered an entry from the engineer at Fukushima. Surprised how smooth the evacuation went. The entire ship is only one trip to go before I leave on the final trip. Setting the ship's power systems to minimal program. Okay. We still haven't found access that shutter, that one there. We can go back this way. Can't access that one. I'm kind of a bit inclined to can we go that way? Okay. Playback there, investigating derelict ship, mistake, some kind of ghost ship. We've managed to evade pursuer for refuge to the atmosphere. Okay. We've done that one. So we've created the arrival log. Got that one there. I just wonder, right, module. I can hear Yoki Finokis. This all seems a bit odd, to be honest, guys. Okay. Go appears to be working. This is the one from the doctor. We still seem to be a terminal missing. Can't go through there. This brings us back to hello, guys. Right, we got the Oki Fanoki guys here. Right, we've got radiation poisoning. Fine toaster meds. Oh, come on, I've got radiation tablets there. I have piles of there they are, 58 of them. I say I had piles of anti-radiation thingy bobs. So that's engineering. What have I still got? Take a shower, heal with anti-radiation. I've just taken some anti-radiation tablets. Okay. I got rid of it here. I'm still a bit confused with this, why I can't find the Ombudsman module. Okay. Working, evade quickly enough the hole. Force to within. Okay, we've got a sensor log. Open your PDA. So it looks like we finally completed the mission. We've got to open our PDA. What does it do? Just open your PDA. So we'll come into here, open the PDA. No mission. Find the Orion colony. Okay, we've got to activate the mission. It appears that many of the United Earth planet ships have suffered from attacks and disasters and malfunctions, judging by the distress calls which we went through. However, the UES Orion seems to have found a habitable world and set up a colony. I recommend heading for the coordinates in the sensor logs and try to locate this colony. Locate the Orion colony. Do we get any hint on that? I must locate the Orion colony. I'm assuming that the Orion colony is not the one that's in this system, because we're talking about a different ship. I think we need to get out of here now. Let me just see if I can We came in here, didn't we? We got this entrance here. Let me just get back to the... Yep, that's the bridge. So we need to go this way towards engineering through the black blob. Just cannot access this shutter door either from other faction. Okay, we're going to go back that way. I cannot access that one. I'm going to go back that way. Okay. Okay, this takes us back this way. Can we get out here? Cannot access that one. Cannot access that shutter door. I seem to be trapped. Let me just sort this out, guys. That one's and the only other alternative I can think of is if we can find that hangar deck. I don't want to go in there. That looks like a trap. Okay. I'll access that one. Try modules. Right, let's see if we can find the... Right guys, what I'm going to do is try and look for that entry point. That's the bridge itself, so we can't... No point going there. Here we are. Found the escape door. Haha. Right, we're going to have to get back here very quickly, recover the SV. Nice thrusters in there. And we're here. And we're gonna get flying toaster. I'm still a bit concerned about this locate the Orion colony. So I think just to finish this video up, just to otherwise the suspense is probably going to drive me a bit crazy. So I think what we'll do is we'll come to here and we'll set a course for here. Oh great, why can't we have to right, looks like we've got to travel back to... So I just want to get to that planet, and if it looks interesting, that's what we're going to be exploring in the next part. I think we've kind of done whatever we need to do here. So I'm just going to head for the Kuranashi, what we call it. So we're going to go there. And, go straight to... Can we now... Yeah, we can now go to there. It's 14.7. Because what I want to know is that if we enter the system, whether we're going to get an update to this Find the Orion colony. So we're just going to go here. So this is the... Oh, asteroids, nothing here. It looks like we got a couple of space junks here. We've got something there, a couple of red dots, which could be ghost ships. But something that's just occurred to me is if we come to the map here, galaxy, Search Orion. I'm not seeing anything in here that gives me a hint of what's near. I think this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we're going to go down and explore this planet and see whether we can pick up whether the Orion colony is actually here. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.